What words of wisdom would you give to the newer generation that is coming in when it comes to wellness? Maybe something that you wish you would have known earlier in your career, or maybe something that you should have listened to earlier in your career. What words of wisdom would you share with them?
I think the first thing is just don't be afraid to seek out, and if you need some help, seek out and get that help. Don't think that hey, if I do reach out, that this is going to end my career, or I'm going to be put on a shift that I don't want to be assigned to. I think we need to make sure that our men and women know that we're here to support them. And so I think it's real important that people coming into this profession and who are already in this profession, but especially coming in, because as you know, there's not a lot of people that are just running and, knocking the doors down to become police officers. And I think this is also key to recruiting. And I think if you put a lot of emphasis, you put a lot of time into wellness, you're going to see a generation coming into policing that's going to be more important to them than just how much you're paying. I think if you make that a key part of your recruiting, that this generation of men and women coming in are a lot more educated. And this isn't a profession that they may only be in this profession for, I don't know, 10 years. They may not. You have a generation who they're not looking at, retirement, right then. But if you make it to where it's welcoming and they know that support is there, they're gonna stick around for a long time. So I think the main thing is just really encouraging young men and women to just be open and make sure that you are tapping into resources. If those resources aren't there, tap into resources that are available somewhere else. And if it's not available at your agency, bring it back and see how you could help lead that and be somebody who is a champion of putting together a wellness program. Because I think one of the things that you and I talked about was, if you don't have a wellness program, where do you go? What do you do? What are the resources? And I think, reaching out to other agencies and seeing what are you doing? And, maybe you could, partner with that agency until you do have the funding or the resources to do it, because it would be hard for me to believe that another police department would turn somebody away and say, this is just for our agency and you need to go figure it out. Mm-hmm. And it'd be real hard for me to believe that we have agencies that don't have that same compassion.